Hi, good morning, everyone. I have something on my mind. It is about forgiveness. If someone hurts you and you know that you're good to that person, forgive them. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself. I promise you. There's something I learned in my life. Taking vengeance in your own hands, it doesn't work. It doesn't even compare to what God will do to that person for you. Because God is very protective over his children. All right? So have faith in the Lord. Pray and forgive and let it go. Okay? That person that did wrong to you is sleeping in their bed happily because they don't have no conscience. They're not accountable. They're not respectful. They don't have their stuff filled. So why would they care about what they do to you? Let it go. God will take care of them for you. I promise you. I see it through my own life. Let God deal with your problems. Let it go. Forgive. All right.
Developing this noon, 2 people found dead in a South Florida townhouse complex. Good afternoon. Deputies say someone opened fire.
Imagine a Wednesday morning like any other in North Lauderdale, Florida. Sunlight filters through the trees, birds are singing, and the quiet rhythm of suburban life begins, kids getting ready for school, parents starting their day. For the residents of Willow Woods townhomes, it was the expected start to a routine week, a place where families lived, laughed, and felt safe, but in an instant, that feeling vanished, the ordinary shattered. On that specific Wednesday morning, the silence was torn apart not by traffic or morning errands, but by something far more horrifying. Outside one of these homes, a scene unfolded that no neighbor, no first responder, could ever truly prepare for. 2 lives, a mother and her daughter, were found gone, lifeless, on the very ground they called home. Jennifer Bellony, just 32 years old, a mother devoted to her children, and her daughter, 15-year-old Anastasia, full of youth and potential. Their sudden, violent end here, in this quiet neighborhood, forces a question none of us want to confront. What hidden dangers can exist beneath the surface of everyday life? How could this happen here? This wasn't a random act that drifted in from elsewhere. As the initial confusion gave way to a chilling understanding, authorities began to focus on one individual, a man connected to their family, with a past marked by documented instances of conflict. The peace of Willow Woods wasn't just broken, it was violated by something deeply personal, something that had been present, unseen by many, perhaps for a long time. It's a brutal reminder that the places we feel safest can sometimes hide the most profound threats. Safety, we learn in moments like these, can be taken with shocking speed, leaving only grief and the urgent need to understand why. Welcome to Whistles of True Crime, where we unveil the darkest mysteries and the most chilling true crime tales. If you crave real-life crime stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat, you are in the right place. Kindly subscribe to this channel now, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss any of our new stories. Your support keeps these stories alive. To understand how such an unthinkable event could occur on an ordinary morning, we must first understand the people at its heart. Jennifer Bellony was a mother defined by her fierce love for her children. You could see it in her social media posts, a constant celebration of their lives. Just days before that Wednesday, she posted a heartfelt tribute to her daughter Anastasia, calling her her angel, acknowledging the bright light she brought into her life and the bond they shared. Jennifer wasn't just a loving mother, she was a pillar of strength. After her divorce, she had built a home and was raising her children independently, determined to create a better future for them. Friends and family knew her as a genuinely remarkable person, someone with a big heart and an unwavering willingness to help anyone. She faced challenges with resilience and a capacity for joy, even laughter, that stayed with her, and her daughter, Anastasia, known affectionately as Nana, was a typical 15-year-old, full of the promise of youth. That morning, she was dressed for school, her backpack ready, like any other teenager starting her day alongside her younger brothers. Think about the people who matter most in your life, the dreams you hold for their future, or maybe, consider the comfort you find in the everyday rhythm of your neighborhood. We all cherish that feeling of safety, that vision of a bright path ahead for our loved ones, don't we? Jennifer Bellony held those same hopes. But beneath the surface of this seemingly ordinary family life lay a history marked by deep trouble. Central to this history was Andre O'Dane Anglin, Jennifer's former husband and Anastasia's father, their connection went back to their high school days, where they were sweethearts. They married, but the path of their relationship was anything but smooth, eventually leading to a divorce in 2020. Though divorced, Anglin remained a presence in their lives, father to Jennifer's 2 young sons who, tragically, were present when the violence erupted. While some friends suggested Anglin had been seeking help, the history between him and Jennifer contained significant conflict and instability. This background is crucial, hinting that the peace shattered that morning wasn't just random, but a result of unresolved, dangerous issues that had been present for years. As this story unfolds, we'll uncover more about the circumstances that led to this heartbreaking day. If hearing Jennifer and Anastasia's story resonates with you, please take a moment now. Liking this video helps others find these important cases, and sharing your thoughts in the comments section adds to the conversation around preventing future tragedies. As authorities began to look closer at the lives of Jennifer and Anastasia Bellony, a troubling pattern emerged from the records. This wasn't the first time Jennifer had faced threats. Court documents revealed a history of domestic conflict involving Andre Anglin. Back in 2009, Anglin had faced consequences following a domestic incident, receiving probation. Years later, in February 2018, the situation escalated significantly. Jennifer accused Anglin of threatening her life. This led her to seek and obtain a temporary protection order against him that same year. These court-ordered measures were meant to provide a barrier, a sense of safety, yet, those temporary protections were later discontinued because Jennifer did not pursue making them permanent. A detail that in hindsight, carries immense weight and raises difficult questions. Jennifer's aunt, Belinda Bellony, who knew the depth of the relationship, spoke of the significant distress and mistreatment Jennifer endured over time. She described it as extensive trauma. Accounts also suggest Anglin struggled to maintain employment, leaving Jennifer often responsible for supporting their family, an added strain on an already difficult situation. This wasn't just occasional conflict, this was a documented history, a pattern of behavior that had been present, building pressure beneath the surface for years. It forces us to look directly at the reality of escalating domestic violence. In the time leading up to that Wednesday morning, Anglin's behavior intensified. He was reportedly sending threats to Jennifer. He made his intentions clear. He wanted to reconcile. He wanted to move back into her home. Jennifer, recognizing the danger after years of trying to navigate the relationship, stood firm. She refused his demands, prioritizing her own safety and that of her children. Yet, even in her refusal, Jennifer showed a remarkable degree of compassion. Despite the threats and the past, she reportedly offered to help Anglin find a new place to live. She even provided him with financial assistance and involved a pastor, hoping to guide him towards a better path. This contrast, her clear boundary and her willingness to help, highlights the complexity and the emotional toll of the situation she was desperately trying to escape. Stories like Jennifer and Anastasia's are difficult to hear, laying bare the harsh realities of domestic violence, but they are vital to understand. If you feel the weight of their story, if it prompts reflection, please consider supporting the channel. Subscribing and turning on notifications ensures you won't miss future cases and the crucial lessons they hold for all of us. The morning of April 13, 2022, began like any other school day. Anastasia, dressed in her school uniform, was getting ready to leave with her younger brothers. The routine was normal, the air still holding the peace of dawn in North Lauderdale, but the danger that had been lurking in the background was about to force its way violently into the light. Just moments after 9 a.m., Jennifer was on the phone with her mother, an ordinary conversation, until Jennifer's voice changed. She mentioned seeing someone outside, someone she believed was Anglin. That casual observation, shared in a phone call, instantly transformed into a chilling premonition. The seconds that followed must have been filled with unbearable dread. What happened next was witnessed, in part, by a neighbor, a horrifying account that painted a stark picture of the final moments. According to this witness, Anglin appeared and confronted Jennifer outside their residence. The neighbor stated that Anglin shot Jennifer first. And then, as 15-year-old Anastasia cried out, likely in terror and anguish at seeing her mother attacked, he turned the weapon on his own daughter.
Developing this noon, two people found dead in a South Florida townhouse complex. Good afternoon. Deputies say someone opened fire.
Let's get right to 7's Brandon Byer in North Lauderdale with what we know so far. Brandon?
No, Lorena, Ethan, this is a sad one out here in North Lauderdale. Broward Sheriff's Office says that they found two people shot to death when they got out here at about 9 o'clock this morning. That's when the first call came. And as you can see from these pictures here on the ground, just a massive investigation at this point. I want to show you some pictures from above. Skyforce hovering above shortly after all this broke. Again, just after 9 o'clock or so this morning. Again, Sheriff's Office saying that two people found dead outside a townhome here. There's a car nearby. There's some backpacks, a car seat inside the car, but at this point, the Broward Sheriff's Office not saying if this is children or adults involved. We did hear from officials of the city of North Lauderdale that maybe two women who were shot and killed out here outside again of this townhouse. And detectives say that they're searching for a shooter, but they've yet to give one. Maybe they know who they're looking for in this case, but they have yet to give a description of who that may be.
On-scene emergency crews located two victims that had been shot. Those victims were pronounced deceased. Homicide and crime scene detectives were notified and are currently investigating the circumstances surrounding this shooting. Detectives believe that this is an isolated incident.
So again, still searching for a shooter, but the Broward Sheriff's Office stopping short of saying, we're giving a description rather of who they're looking for, but confirming that two people found dead outside of a townhouse here. We're live this afternoon in North Lauderdale. Brandon Byer, 7 News.
Near one of the bodies in the parking lot, a small detail spoke volumes about the terror of those final seconds. A red and blue book bag lay discarded on the pavement, in her desperate, final attempt to escape the unfolding horror with her brother. Anastasia had dropped the weight of her school day. It was a small, poignant symbol of the life brutally interrupted and the desperate fight for survival that ended tragically there. The scene that Broward Sheriff's Office deputies encountered that Wednesday morning in the 7900 block of Tam O'Shanter Boulevard was devastating. Outside a townhome, they found the bodies of Jennifer Bellony and her 15-year-old daughter, Anastasia. Near one of them, the discarded book bag served as a stark reminder of the school day that had been so brutally interrupted. The peace of the Willow Woods community was irrevocably broken. Investigators moved quickly, based on witness accounts. The history of conflict within the family, and the terrifying phone call Jennifer made just moments before her death, they swiftly identified 34-year-old Andre O'Dane Anglin as the primary suspect in the double homicide. An arrest warrant was immediately issued for Anglin, and a multi-agency manhunt began across Broward County. Authorities offered a reward for information leading to his capture, stressing the urgency of locating him. The search lasted for several days. Investigators pursued leads, following any information that could point to Anglin's whereabouts. Their efforts led them to a gas station located on West Sunrise Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale, and there, the search came to a somber and tragic end. On Monday, April 18, 2022, inside the gas station's bathroom, Andre Anglin was discovered. He was deceased, having taken his own life with a firearm.
7:36 right now, and a suspect wanted in connection with a double homicide has been found dead. This case all started last Wednesday when two victims were found shot to death outside of their townhome along the 7900 block of Tam O'Shanter Boulevard in North Lauderdale. Those victims seen here identified as Jennifer Bellony and her daughter nicknamed Nana. Police say the daughter's father, Andre Anglin, was the only suspect in the shooting. BSO now saying Anglin shot himself inside of a bathroom at a Circle K along Sunrise Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale.
Responding to the grim conclusion of the manhunt, Broward Sheriff Gregory Toney addressed the outcome. He expressed his strong disappointment that Anglin had avoided facing legal consequences for his actions. Sheriff Toney publicly stated that Anglin was a coward for ending his own life rather than submitting to justice for the heinous crimes he committed against Jennifer and Anastasia. The official investigation conducted by the Broward Sheriff's Office concluded its findings. They confirmed what the evidence indicated. Andre O'Dane Anglin was responsible for the deaths of Jennifer and Anastasia Bellony. With Anglin's death, the legal process against him was concluded. The case, from the perspective of the active criminal investigation into the killings, was officially closed. This brought an end to the search for the perpetrator but left a community and a family grappling with immense, unresolved grief. In the wake of the killings, the community of North Lauderdale felt the immense weight of what had occurred. Grief and disbelief settled over the Willow Woods townhomes and beyond. For the family, the sorrow was profound and immediate. Jennifer's aunt, Bellony, voiced the depth of their pain, their devastation at losing two cherished members of their family so senselessly. Bellony didn't just express grief, she expressed anger directed at Andre Anglin for his actions and for his final choice, firmly stating her belief that justice would ultimately be served. For Bellony, the loss was intensely personal, especially the loss of Anastasia. She described her niece not just as family, but as her best friend, a bond made even more poignant by their closeness in age. Loved ones gathered at Jennifer's home, finding solace in shared grief and demanding accountability for the violence that had taken Jennifer and Anastasia, and in a quiet yet powerful display of shared sorrow, a woman who didn't even know Jennifer or Anastasia personally was moved to leave flowers and light a candle at the spot where their lives ended. It was a quiet act reflecting the impact this tragedy had on the wider community. In the immediate shock of the aftermath, before Anglin was located, the family made a heartfelt public appeal. They spoke directly to him, urging him to surrender, hoping that his cooperation might bring some small measure of peace to their shattered lives. This tragic event in North Lauderdale underscores a critical and urgent reality.
Good morning. Today's Wednesday. Today I woke up. I said I'm going to be happy. I don't care what's going on around me. I'm going to embrace the notion of happiness today. And I would like everyone that's following me on social media to do the same. Forgive that person that hurt you the most. Let that pain go. Take the initiative on your business. If you have to change something like stop smoking or anything of that nature, do it. Today's the day. Don't wait for tomorrow. Do it today. All right? Yay! Happy Wednesday!
The devastating impact of domestic violence on families and on neighborhoods, the documented history of conflict, the threats, the attempts at legal protection that ultimately did not hold. Jennifer and Andre's relationship history is a stark illustration of how unresolved domestic conflict can escalate with deadly consequences. But from this immense pain, there are crucial lessons we must learn, lessons about recognizing the signs of danger, about the incredible courage it takes to leave an abusive situation, and perhaps most importantly, about where to find help. Did Jennifer, despite her strength, have access to the support she needed? For anyone in Broward County experiencing a similar situation, it is vital to know you are not alone and that help is available. Resources like Women in Distress of Broward County offer a 24-hour crisis hotline, emergency shelter, counseling, and advocacy services. The Broward County Clerk of Court's Domestic Violence Intake Unit also provides assistance for those seeking protection orders. Seeking help is not a sign of weakness. It is a vital step toward safety and healing. The memory of Jennifer and Anastasia Bellony endures. We began by asking what hidden dangers can exist beneath the surface of everyday life. Their story answers that question with heartbreaking clarity. Remember Jennifer, the devoted mother with her fierce love for her children, especially her angel, Anastasia. Remember Anastasia, a young girl with her whole life ahead of her, her dreams tragically cut short. That discarded book bag we mentioned earlier, left behind in her final moments, wasn't just evidence, it was a symbol of the everyday life that was brutally interrupted, a poignant reminder of everything that was lost that morning. Their lives, though ended by violence, offer a crucial lesson. Domestic violence is a real and present danger, often hidden but devastatingly impactful. By sharing their story, by acknowledging the signs, and by supporting those who need help, we honor Jennifer and Anastasia. May their memory serve as a constant reminder of the need for vigilance, compassion, and the courage to seek safety. Jennifer and Anastasia's story is a stark reminder of the reality of domestic violence and the dangers that can hide in plain sight. Stories like this are difficult to hear, but they are crucial for understanding, for learning, and for preventing similar tragedies in the future. If this video has brought you insight, if it has moved you, or if it has highlighted the importance of recognizing the signs of abuse and seeking help, please take a moment to engage. A simple like helps spread this message to more people. Sharing this video with others can raise vital awareness. If you have reflections on the lessons learned from this case, or thoughts you'd like to share respectfully, please leave a comment below. Your perspective is valuable to this discussion. And if you wish to support this channel's mission of sharing these true crime stories and the life lessons they offer, please consider subscribing. By joining us, you help ensure these important narratives are heard. Our hearts go out to Jennifer's family and friends during this incredibly difficult time. We are deeply saddened by the loss of such a promising young woman and hope you find strength and comfort in the memories you shared with her. Her light will not be forgotten. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification icon. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and above all, stay safe. See you on our next video.